Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. And if you are new here, welcome to the show. My name is Alec Cuenca. I'm your host, and if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have so that you can, explore the depths and fields of personal development. And if you are an avid listener of the podcast, I just want to say thank you and welcome back to the show. I am just happy that you're still here, you're still consistent, you're still committed to yourself in growing and in expanding yourself. And so before I share my sentiments for today's episode, I do want to announce one thing, and it's something that I know that you guys are also excited about. As some of you may have been seeing on my Instagram, the Better Me Project, my exclusive community of like-minded individuals who are into personal development, is now accepting members. That's right, you heard it here. And if you are someone who is looking for a community or a tribe or a family that is just into personal development or things that we discuss here in the podcast, if you want to be a part of that, we are now accepting members. We have weekly private learning sessions. And for the month of February, we are going to talk all about goals. And I think March, we're going to talk about mindset. April, we're going to talk about habits. So it's going to be a whole year round of personal development. And if you want to jumpstart your journey, kickstart, find an accountability partner group as well, come join the Better Me Project. You can find the registrations down below. Go to aleccuenca.memberships.ph to know more about it. But more than that, I just want to say that I'm really happy that I'm having the Better Me Project once again, back up again, because I really missed, having all of the people together in just one place and learning about personal development. And so with that, I do want to just record this episode, and I guess I just really want to express myself. I haven't done any real talk in a while, mainly because I have so many things to share with you, first and foremost. But I also got stuck. I think a part of me just didn't want to do or talk about these things that are making me vulnerable. But one thing that I have realized is that vulnerability is courage. So if you want to be courageous, you got to start opening up to yourself. You got to start being honest with yourself. You got to start being true to yourself. And you got to start just opening up and being, saying whatever you want to say. And if you're not familiar with what I'm doing here, this is called Real Talk. I don't really have a topic to talk about, but it's just me sharing my sentiments about one thing, and hopefully it makes sense. And this topic is something that I just really want to express and let it out of my system. And it's about letting go. And so for the past weeks, I have been in a transition phase where the people that I was with, the people that I, was joined by in the early start of my journey, particularly, late last year, the people that I, entered with is now on a different path. And so, drama aside, just like with any other relationships in my life, there's a part of me that really is hurt because of what happened and how things transpired. But one thing that I did realize is, life is not about what is happening to me. Life is about how I respond to things. And so I always remember that. And so the question that I have now is, how can I move forward from this? Because that's what I feel is the only thing left to do. And maybe you also got some relationships in your life that you need to let go of. And if you do, then I just want you to remember that it's part of life. There are three types of friends that you meet in your lifetimes. As I said in one of my videos before, you meet friends for a season, you meet friends for a reason, and then you meet friends of a lifetime. And while you want everyone to be friends for a lifetime, that's not the case. Most of the time, they're just friends for a reason. Sometimes they're just friends for a season, but they're not actually friends for a lifetime, and that's okay. And so what happened with me is, again, a practice of letting go. And throughout my life, while I have seen great upsides, great rewards, great accomplishments, I have been the happiest at certain moments in my life. I'm consistently happy with where I am right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm still in the best point in my life as far as I could remember. The past 26 years of my life, this is by far the best thing ever. Or where I am at, it's the best place that I could ever be. But it still hurts me to see people come and go and, sometimes hurt people in the process. And so there's a few things that are really coming into my mind when it comes to this. First is that there's a quote that I remember, or I think it's my girlfriend who said this. She said, "You can only count what you lost, but you can never count what you can gain." And my mentor also said to me, I remember one time he said to me, "God is preparing you for something big." And so my mindset, my perspective around this is that maybe that's the reason why people are taken away from my life. It's because, I'm making space for something bigger. Like, if you imagine this, and it's now filled with a lot of things, a lot of people, there's really no space anymore for more blessings to come in. But if you learn to let go and release all the people, all the things, all the situations that you are not meant to stick in or to stay at, you make space. You make space for the better ones.
Hello, people of the earth. This is Red, host of Bago Matulog with Red Olguero, wherein I don't use this voice. It's actually a late night show podcast. My guests are people who are very passionate about what they do, and we talk about that. So check it out on Spotify or wherever you hear your podcasts. Just search Bago Matulog with Red Olguero.
So you learn to let go of the level 5, level 6, level 7 people in your life, so that the level 8, the level 9, the level 10 people will be there for you, who will be aligned with your vision, not just with your vision, but also with your values and your lifestyle as well. Now, this is not to say that I'm better than anyone. This is just to say that there's an abundance of love and people out there who are willing to go through the distance with me. And I don't need to bury myself in the thought of people leaving me. Because one thing is for sure, my worth is not dependent on whether people stay or leave. And that's the same with you. Your worth cannot be measured by the people who stays or leaves you. Doesn't matter if people like you or not. What's important is that you like yourself. And I think that's what really helped me throughout this process. Like, I don't really give a shit whether people leave me or not. Like, I'm not attached anymore. I have a tattoo here that says Memento Mori, and it always reminds me that everything is temporary. Even this life. Even this podcast, maybe even. No, I think this podcast will go forever, hopefully. But I just feel that things will pass. Like, this too shall pass. Not just the bad times, but also the good times. And so even though you had a lot of great memories with people that you cared about and you love, there will be a time that you will lose them. Whether by choice or by chance, you will lose them. And the question is, are you ready for that? And so, while I'm in this process, I also am in a point where I remind myself and I reiterate myself that letting go is a superpower. And the faster that you let go, I want you to take this in. The faster that you let go, the faster that you can meet the right people for you. The faster you can let go of the people who are not aligned with you, the faster you can meet the people who are aligned with you. And there's hundreds and thousands of people who are out there who's going to support you. So you don't need to be scared. You don't need to worry. People out there will be there for you in times that you need them. You just got to trust. Trust in the bigger picture. Trust that whatever it is that is happening right now, this is for the better good. And this will make sense in the future. So it's a balance of accepting and trying to understand why everything is happening, and also trust. When you learn to trust and surrender into why things are happening now, that's the only time that you can actually take a breather and take a step back and see what is actually happening in your life. And for now, what I see is a change that I have been asking for quite some time now, a change, a transformation. I ask for growth. So I shouldn't be surprised that God is changing my life. I ask for transformation. So I shouldn't be surprised if people are leaving me. If I'm losing people left and right, I shouldn't be surprised, because this is what the universe is doing to me so that I could become the person that I need to become to fulfill my dreams, to fulfill my vision. I ask for this. Maybe not consciously, but deep down, I ask for this. It may hurt right now, but it will get better. With time and space, everything will be better. But one thing is for sure, this pain, this struggle, this obstacle, this is for me. And the moment that you can let go of what you thought life is, or rather, when you learn to let go of what life should be, what life could be, what life would be, should be, or could be, if you have done this, if you have done that, if you let go of that and see life for what it is, you're going to be unstoppable. If you could just see that life is happening for you, not to you. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you. When you understand that simple concept, you learn to let go of the truths that don't serve you anymore. That's when you level up your life. So see, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, letting go is a superpower. A superpower that you must bring this 2023 and forever in your life, if you are in that pursuit, personal development and personal mastery. Now, I don't know where this would lead me, but trust me, you will know. I share everything in my podcast, but you will know exactly where this would take me, where this would lead me. So I hope that you go check out my YouTube videos, as I will be posting some of my vlogs there as well. But this journey that I am, I hope that this inspires you and remind you that we're all the same. We're accomplishing things. We're losing people left and right. We're going to get back up. And that's the difference. Not everyone wants to get back up, but we will. I will. I hope you too. So that's it for this episode. I don't know if what I said makes sense, but go ahead and quote me on this and let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel about this, and let me know. Let me know what is the one thing that you need to let go this 2023 for you to reach abundance. Don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca on Instagram if you're going to share it. But also, just really want to thank you guys for all of your support. The podcast is growing. The podcast is still the number one podcast here in the Philippines because of you guys. And so I just really want to say thank you. Every time I remember that I am losing people, I also remember that I have you guys. And because of that, I'm eternally grateful. You guys keep me going. Thank you so much. And so that's it for this episode. I hope you like this episode. If you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have here. Leave a like, give us a subscribe, give us a 5-star rating if you'd like. Click that follow button, and of course, watch all of my videos on YouTube as well. If you want to read some of my insights and wisdom in a book, then go ahead and buy Your Best Year Ever. The link is down below. You could also find that at the same site on where you could register for the Better Me Project. And we're going to have a lot of these kinds of talks there. So please come join us. Go to aleccuenca.memberships.ph and I will see you there. So with that, I just want to say thank you, and always remember that you are loved, you are capable, and you are enough. Peace.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.